2 of the National Football League. And this one features Trent McDuffie. He stayed active a week ago with an 8-tackle performance. It's the Chiefs and the Bulldogs, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the London Bulldogs. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense. And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early. Because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he slings one that's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Back to throw again. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty. And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the top part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 47-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bulldogs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Throw right side, Wilson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. London about set to take over on offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Second and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's up to 70 yards now in this first half receiving as he's got a 1st down.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Jacobs will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone? And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete to number 85. A gain of 2. Brings up 7.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing outside, complete to Chase. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now here's Mahomes. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll drop to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Oh, time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
That's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out right at the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Here's a 2nd and 7. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on 1st down.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his pick catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
He will find his man Chase complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bulldogs are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. With all the so they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where you see the final score there. Russell Wilson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, it's off to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home, Raymond James Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. The Dolphins looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. Austin Eckler, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for KC. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for our home team, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out right at the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense
really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, his Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
Second and 4.
Back to throw again. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And another juke. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 14. First down, Chiefs.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. On second down, Swift.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. To throw, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Down at the 25.
Holding offense.
That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Tooney. Now a give, right side, Swift.
And he stopped immediately there. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. Butker's kick here is good. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. London about set to take over on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Coverage
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Finally hauled down for the 1st time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the 1st half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the 1st half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
From the 44, Mahomes, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On third down, they go Montgomery. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Running for it, Montgomery. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And as a result, possession switches hands. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He's got the connection to Moore. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Mahomes now on 1st down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Over the middle and complete to Moore. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And
Well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. London about set to take over on offense.
Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have it.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And now here comes Kansas City. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He finds Wilson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mahomes to throw once more. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds Moore in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Trying to run it in with Montgomery, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts, as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter. The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hans team able to secure the football. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it. And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back. I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for the Londoners, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.